to speak to me. What amazing grace that you shown so patiently, and you waited for me, just for me. You called out my name, knew my past, covered my shame. This amazing grace that you show so patiently, you show so patiently, and you waited for me, just for me. Oh, you waited for me, just for me. Oh, where would I be if you left me, God? Where would I be if you left me, God? Where would I
They suck, man. Every channel. You go on it, it's just tiny little fucking picture of the moon. Where is it? Unbelievable. And I gotta sign up for something to look? I don't wanna.
Where would I be if you left me, God? Where would I
They're unbelievable. They really are, man.
if you
The lunar moon, let's see.
me, God? Where would I be if you left me, God? Where would I be if you left? But you waited, you waited,
They so suck. So they don't say nothing about the timelines, and how do I know that these are the right timelines? Because these are not where I'm matching up. Let's see, this one does. This one's a match. This one looks like it could be a match too, actually. This one looks like it's a match. I don't know about this one. This one that's coming down the middle, I don't think so. I'll have to look for that one. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's just over here a little bit. And this one looks like a no. This doesn't look like, well, it's definitely not the timeline I'm looking for anyways. Because you can see the faces that's cutting off. Wait a minute, man. That's a bullshit shadow. It's a bullshit shadow. You're liars. You're fucking liars. And you're busted lying too. Alright, I'm gonna show you how I know they're liars. It's actually quite easy because nobody pays a fucking attention. Alright, first of all, when there is a moon shadow, you're never seeing any of the imagery in there. It's all too black. You can see, it looks like this area. It looks like just a little bit of a tint to it, but you're never seeing the imagery. I can clearly see the imagery. So watch. See this? Use this as a reference one. Eye, nose, and mouth. And then look where this one is, and look where the shadow is. And then look where Remember we talked about this guy. This is one of the guys that falls in that timeline. The timeline, I can still see it even in the shadow. It's right here. It's right here. This particular timeline. I'm sure there's other timelines in here. My point is this. So we look at this one. We see where the images are. Well, first of all, we shouldn't even see that, but we can see the faces in there, right? I see this one. Then I come here, and he's right here. Same face. Eye, nose, mouth. Then we look at where the shadow is and where this image is. This is this one. All of these, actually, because I've been bringing you in on these for like the last week or so. I don't know why they would have to lie about such silliness like this. Let me make sure I'm right, but it sure seems it. So again, that image is right there. That image is right here. Look. Okay. Then it's right here, still. Right? And then it's right here, still. Throughout all these photos. That's not the way that it works. And they did the same thing up here. Because here's her. And then this is a proper place for a shadow. I want to see if I can see over here. This is the proper place, I believe. No, I don't know. I can't say for certain because I'm saying this because I was just doing someone else's video of a moon, and it had her hair cropped off a little bit further up this way of this image here, which I'm probably not going to be able to get you because it's such a shitty photo. But again, notice, same position. Okay, let's see. Let's look for the wizard, and then we'll also judge by him too. So here's the wizard. Eye, nose, mouth, warts on the other side of the face. This doesn't make sense either. That doesn't make sense. That means this is done with a standard telescope and then reversed or some shit. Because if there was a reverse telescope, it would be there, but then this would be on the other side. There's something weird about that. I'm looking at the pimple on the other side of the nose. That's why, because there's one on that side and there's one on that side. They actually work out to be another set of eyes for eye, nose, and mouth down here. Okay, so I'm wrong about that. Okay, so let's keep looking here, because again, see, there's the wizard. Eye, other eye's here, nose is here, and there's the pimple on the side of his face or the wart or whatever. But he does have one on this side too. That's right. They kind of work out to be his cheeks in another direction. All right, so let's stick to my point here. So same place. Look at them all. This is not in other words, this is not a moon that's going around and in cycle and then catching the shadow. This is a manufactured shadow that was put in there just to show how the cycles work in their heliocentric model, which it does not work that way, but that's what they did here. And they just put a light shadow over the moon because you would not even see the imagery through there anyways. I know because I go light to light with my telescope and you can't even see in there. I mean, you can see a little bit like this far in. That's about it. And then the rest of that is all black as night. So yeah, anyways, so these all being exactly the same. So it's like using the same, taking one photo of the moon, reusing it many times over, and just adding your shadows where you wanted them. Doesn't tell us any reality. I'm trying to show you guys the timelines, and shit like this is just gonna fuck you all up, you know. And no one's gonna go look at what I'm showing you because you're still believing in this nonsense. All right, Let's see what else they got because that was ridiculous. I wish I didn't even punch on it. Let's see. I want to see that one and then Christmas, third quarter moon. Give it, give you this moon. Full moon. We already looked at first quarter. What's that? Red moon they had a picture of, and then now it's not on there. That's the one I wanted. They don't even have it. They suck. Alright, yeah, this is the one I wanted. Alright, let's see what else I can do. Not much in here. You know, these are cool to do too because, again, CGI, graphics, all that shit, but the imagery's in there. But they're taking the moon and doing kind of the same thing I do, putting light behind it. So I'll punch on it and see if I can get in at it, but keep an eye out for Hunter's Moon. Ooh. There's all kinds of human influence in it. There's tree branches and shit like that in front of it or something. The hell? Oh, this one's gonna not let me in there either. It's our experts. Oh my god. This sucks. No, I don't want to buy nothing. Can't go on and look at the moon without having to buy something? This is ridiculous. Hold on, I'm gonna have to try something. This is ridiculous. This is strange. So I don't know whose photo this is, but I noticed it when I pulled it up that this area was purple, but somebody, let me make sure. I don't see this too often. Yeah. Someone changed it. Someone has changed that. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look at it a little bit. It's the only thing I noticed so far in this moon, but I don't know. I'm gonna delete it off my moon photographs because this area has been tampered with. I don't know how though. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm gonna figure out what it is before I throw it away, but just wanted to say something's up with it. Oh, I see it now. I remember this one. This is actually a pretty cool one. You don't see this at any other angle. Alright, this is one of those photos. I've been actually looking for this because I wanted to see it from the other side. I wonder how this got slipped in there. And it's definitely purposeful. It's definitely purposeful because I've looked into this before. I don't know how this moon photograph got mixed in with the rest of them, but if you look up here, there's a woman's face. I'm going to try to get you her angle. The woman's face, she's wearing a blouse right here. You can see that's all in the purple, that purplish color. And she ends up being, if I remember correctly, almost a full body imagery. A full body image. I have to find her angle. She's not something I usually go into. But while we're here, by the way, I'll just say this about this image, anyways, this female image. It's wearing apparel that seems more obvious to me than that there's something wrong with it. But also, many faces that go with this image down here, with this body image, the shoulders, the gold chain that I told you, silver chain. Again, you're seeing what I want to see because it's really the eye, nose, mouth. I get that. And then within it is many other images as well. But this particular face right here, they what they did was they put color past the lines. The true creators, builders, the triangles that are everywhere, they build all the images from the veil to the ground. And what these people, humans, have done is they put color, whatever, however they did it. I don't care how they did it. I think it was some kind of etching, computer etching or some shit. But when I looked in deep at it on the photographs, the colors were running past the lines of the builders. The builders already decided. So, you know, you got like this one here. I'll give you this one. Let's see. There's the bald guy. Eye, nose, mouth, ear back here, sideburns. You see him, see his face. He got the goatee in one direction, but he's got no hair up until you hit a certain timeline. Cause see all the timelines? These are all timelines. All these little timelines coming out of here. So once you get past a certain timeline, it's up here somewhere, maybe even higher. And then all of a sudden, when you're coming out, you'll all of a sudden pick up his hairline, and then he begins to have hair. He's not bald anymore. Back to this one, back to her. I could show you on another one. I got another printed photo right next to me that I could show you in more detail. Maybe I'll go get it since I'm doing this video, since I came across it. It's pretty funny. But there, even this image that's being created up here, this is not real, true, because the true creators, builders did not set this image in place. Somebody went in and put shadows, their own shadows, and in this case, purple, and other colors that are in here. But around here, they did the same thing. They added shadows to it to change the imagery. It's pretty amazing. Shows you that somebody else out there besides me sees what's going on. Hold on a minute. Okay, yeah, I found it. So I found it. This is, by the way, Richard, this is a photograph that was specially etched. It's a photograph of the moon. It's very good. I mean, it's definitely the real photograph of the moon. Matter of fact, this, but there's fakery in it. And the copyrights to these particular photos all went to your friends at NASA. I'm being sarcastic. I don't know if you're friends with them or not. But the imagery that's in here is the real imagery that's in the moon. It is really good. But what they did was, in the case of like my images in there, the one I want to show you, I guess I could come to this moon and use it to show you a lot of the same images that I'm showing you on all these moons. I'll do that because it is a fun one to do. And I can also point out at the same time, I'm going to show you several different things, Richard. This is going to blow your fucking mind. Actually, I'm glad. I'm glad this happened. It was just a coincidence. Whoever's moon photograph this was, because that's generally a normal photograph of the moon. But then all of a sudden, you got this area that was bothering me, and then that took me to thinking. And then all of a sudden, I seen it when I came down here. I seen her. And now you're probably not seeing her yet. You probably don't see her, but I see her because I've seen her before in this one, in the other fake one. That's why I'm seeing her. But her face is here. She's got hair around here. Her chest comes down this way. She's wearing like a lingerie type thing. And then she's got the rest of her body image. And then she also has, when we get to this one, I'll show it to you. She's got a dog face, a dog like sitting on her shoulder, and the face is coming over the top. But look at the eye, nose, and mouth of the large image, right? Not to sidetrack your eyes, but I'm gonna go over this area here on this one, which is right now upside down. So I'm gonna just turn it around in a second. But right now, I want to bring you, just for the hell of it, since I'm here. This is one of the ones. I got a lot of light coming in the window and stuff, so it's not ideal to do this like this. Maybe if I change the filter. Let me try the green filter. A lot of glare coming in over there too. I don't know what filter will work better with her, with either one of them either, but let's see. Yeah, so what I noticed when I was looking at this photograph here, It is banging though. It is banging. So they do. It's funny because it shows everybody. I mean, how the hell anybody that ever looked at this photograph of the moon didn't see everything it is that I'm showing you guys is unbelievable to me. I forget what they called it. Rick from a Tripping Sponge will remember something etching, some kind of copper etching or mercury etching or some shit. They had a fancy title for it. But what I noticed was these places with color were going past the darker areas where the builders work. Watch. I'll show you right now. Okay. See the black cutout right here? See that? That's the true creator's work. All these triangular shapes that are doing that. So that means that that color should have stopped right there for those images right there, for those faces. And what it does is it bleeds over. So it's acting as an extension of the color. Therefore, for your eyes, they're creating the images for you. So in other words, it's human influence in a severe way, and nobody even notices it. All right, so my girl that I always go for with the hand, I have to turn my camera upside down. Hold on a minute. Because again, I need to get tight down on the table like this, and it just makes it easier upside down like this. All right, so I'm going to use this photo. I'm probably going to wait till tonight to do it because the glare coming in the window. I'm surrounded by glare, but I'll use this photo. NASA now has possession of this, the copyrights to all of the work that this guy did. This guy that did this. So let me see if I can get the girl. So there we go. So now tonight I'll be able to do a much better job. Believe me, at nighttime it'll be better. I'll put the red filter on and see if I can darken it up and maybe get you in on it. I knew there was something up with that fucking picture, with that thing, when I saw that area. All right, so face within face within face. So when we come in on anybody's moon, not just this moon, but anyone's moon photograph, we can pick these certain faces out. So they really are, it really is a real photograph of the moon. So eye, nose, and mouth of that there, and they took away all the color out of his body. This image right here is the image of an African American, and then it goes to the facial features go to Eastern Indian in the true creator's work. And all this area works as the shoulder, the left shoulder. If I crop them, I'll get the cropping tool in a minute, but all this area works, and remember I was telling you, it's just face within face. Well, this area works as a chain around the neck. And then his other shoulder comes right over here and comes down this way. But somebody put color in here to take away that shoulder. Someone added a lot of color and darkness into here so that the shadows are more prominent than the other one. They also overshot their color when they were doing the facial features, especially on this side. They put too much white this way, and then they started putting their color over that way. And that's what they did on that area. But anyways, this whole area we've been in on over the last few days. Like I'll bring you. Remember I was telling you start like this, where all your shadows are going like this. So just start there, come over to this side, and then start here, and then you'll see all those same images I've been showing you all week long. They're just gonna have more detail and more color because this guy, did a lot of coloring and shit in here. So I'm showing you all these. Yeah, I'll definitely come back and do this moon photograph again. Why not? They're probably going to copyright strike me on it anyway. But eye, nose, and mouth. These are the ones I've been showing you all day yesterday. Then I come over this way, and then I give you this eye with this eye and the sideways mouth. Do that. But see, a lot of the stuff around the edges will show up a little bit better too on his moon photograph. All the lines coming out of the Sea of Tranquility. the circle, this one at least looks more realistic of the true creator's work than that other photo I did 2 videos ago, because there was 2 circles in the video and I'm saying that doesn't look right. This is not really a circle, right? I mean, when you look at it, it's odd shaped. It's got some fuzz around it. It's not perfectly circle like that other circle. I don't trust circles and zeros and O's at all. They should all be banned. This image up here, eye, nose, and mouth down here. Okay, so him, I've been going in a lot the last couple of days because I'm looking at these timelines. They've totally fudged the timelines. This timeline looks like it's all fudged, and this timeline's definitely fudged too. Because that timeline should be coming straight to here. So they've got more color over here where it should not be. The imagery is really banging though. It's really good if you get rid of the glare, which I will do. I'll come back to all of this and then I'll compare them moon to moon to moon and show you what they did. So, all right, so back to how this whole stupid video started. Oh, first, I was going to say go down here, right? So again, I came like this, and now I'm starting over here where all my shadows, where I see nothing, and I'm coming around because I always like to bring in on this guy. So this is eye, nose, and mouth right here with the broken tooth. On this way, you can see his hairdo up here. See the horn? You can see the horns very clearly in this direction. He's got a horn here and a horn here, and then he's got these outer horns because as you pull back. Because as you pull back and as you move around, you're moving the lights and shadows. Because as I said, you're bringing them all the way back to here, which ends up being another timeline. So there end up being these timelines, which again is the timeline. For some reason, these guys didn't feel, oh, there it is. Okay, no, they did do it. They did let it go. All right. So there, I thought I was going like this, but really I can see it now. All right. So there's that timeline. And it cuts right through that face. Remember, we were doing that on the other video. I was using these cropping tools to do that and show you guys that. So get it on his face again. There he is. Boom. And then I use this cropping tool to go over to that timeline. Boop. And then he's in on that side. And then I'll use my camera to crop him the other way. Boop. There's the other timeline. I'm bringing my camera right up next to it. And then I can move it away, and we come to the next timeline. And the next timeline. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome. Anyways, all right. I'll come back to all this. But next, I want to get her. All right. So she's over here. It's actually pretty cool. And I it's just too much fudging. There's just too much fudge work for me to get it in other moons. The colors always override. Yeah, here she comes. She's coming. I'm getting her angle. I got to get her angle. Because I want the dog on her shoulder, too. I don't know if I should take the red filter off. She's right here. She's right here, her face and their neck and her lingerie and all that shit. But I gotta see where. Yeah, I have to find her angle. She's not an image that I would normally even pick up on, but she's right there. I'm almost on her. Because I'm trying to get at least one or two of her thighs, like her bottom half in, besides the lingerie. And I also want to get the dog in on her shoulder. Too close, I lose her. the face goes male and I lose the chest when I'm that far over. So I'm gonna try it this way. If I can pick up the dog more, no. No, but I do kind of pick up more of the lower half, so that I would get some of her leg and that one. I'm gonna try some different lighting and the filters on this to get you this a little bit better. A lot better, actually. I can get her. There we go. And I got her arm too. Yeah, I got her now. Okay. And I got her arm and I got a good portion of her leg. Fuck, where's my stick? All right. It's pretty good actually. She got her arm here. All right, first let me bring in on her face. I will get her much better than this, but just for now, until I find her angle in the proper light. Eye, nose, and mouth. Hair around here. Comes down, her chest is right here. She's wearing this blouse, whatever the hell you want to call it. Looks like one of those leotard things or something like that. She has a canine. That's why her arm's going up this way. Is she's holding a canine right here on her shoulder. Eye, nose, and mouth of a canine. And and her thing stops here, and then she's got a little bit of a thigh on this side at the right angle, and it looks like the other leg I can see there, and she has something coming down through here, using these faces, of course, because it's always face within face within face. But I'm going to try to get her really good, and I'm also looking for. This is the way. I keep her arm. And I also want to try. I know I'm running out of minutes here. I'm running out of time. Again, it's always good to do these things, in front of you guys, so you see what it is I'm doing. Anyways, I'm just noticing this big face right here too, looking down on us with the nose right here, eye, nose, mouth down here. But not to throw you off. Let's stick with her. So I want to stop it right here at her arm. Get away from that glare. I'll definitely come back to this at night and wait till you see the difference. I'm always saying that. Watch. Watch. All right. I lost her face if I do that, though. Shit. Yeah, so it's more this way. It's more this way, and then yeah. And her leg is going up that way, that's why. Try to crop her this. I'm trying to. And down.
Power off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then there's her arm holding the dog. She gets much more attractive. The face is still kind of demon looking and stuff at this angle, but the face does get more attractive, and she pretty much there's an angle for her to have more hair and shit too. But yeah, I'll go back to this photo and I'll leave it out. I'll leave it out and we'll go to it another time. Right now, let's get back to this. What the hell is it? Wait, hold on. So I don't even know about this moon now because I don't really trust it. I'm gonna have to look for another moon.
Power on. Schwarzkopf Cures and
I believe there's a stain up.